starting.
Now.
Yep, we are now, Charles, and you're going to start us off. But hold on here, Charles. Sorry, I'm jumping the gun. Welcome, everyone, to the Aftercast episode 20. We have a lot of guests and familiar faces that you've seen. And we saw Josh pop in here, and hopefully he'll pop back in. Dakota's going to be a little bit late, but if you guys want to introduce yourselves, starting with you, Charles.
I'm Charles. You can find me on Twitter at Optimus4Prez, and Xbox Live is AutoCon365.
Right. And Chris.
You can find me at Barrett Prime Games on Facebook and the good old YouTube.
Dalton.
I'm Dalton. You can find me on YouTube at DaltoniansTFs and on YouTube at DaltoniansTFs95.
And Eddie.
Hey, what's up, Dust Mites? You can find me on Instagram, Dust Mites, YouTube, Twitter, the whole shebang, Dust Mites.
Sweet. Jay.
You can find me on Twitter at NemesisJazz13.
And Kari.
Hey, I'm Karyudo from Karyudo Fansubs. You can find us on Facebook at Karyudo, Karyuudo Fansubs. You can like us on Facebook, and you can also find us on KaryudoFansubs.blogspot.com. And we also do have a YouTube channel, so just look up Karyudo Fansubs and take a look at what we have there.
I know. And Punk.
Punk Wiley, same name, YouTube.
Sweet. And I'm James, VictorySaber77, YouTube, Twitter, Xbox Live, probably. I don't know. Yeah, you know, everything else.
Xbox Live account right now, VictorySaber77.
So guys, I don't want to spoil it for Chris since he hasn't seen the movie. I know that. What?
I said I hadn't seen it yet. I'm hoping
We
to
don't
see
care
it.
about you, Charles.
Charles, what the hell? Thought you would have been in line like the first night.
No.
Oh, man.
Try to.
All right, fine. So we have two people. So
Well, I have an
we're-
excuse because the movie only came out technically today, which I wouldn't have seen it on the first day anyway, because I wouldn't have got it because it was all sold out like last week or the week before.
Wow.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, curiosity, for the ones that have seen the movie, has this jumped you into buying the toys? I know a couple of you did.
Only one toy. That's the only one I'm buying.
And which one was that?
Hound. Because of John
Hound.
Goodman.
Yes, I
The only
agree.
reason why is because of John Goodman.
Yep, same here.
See, for me, I got Hound, Crosshairs, 3 of the Dinobots I plan on getting, Strafe, might get Prime, and the rest of the Autobots. As much as I'd hate to say it, Galvatron, they did a really good job with what they, amount of time that he did have.
Yeah.
But shell form or not, it could be worse.
I got one more question, just without spoiling too much, but does...
That's kind of obvious.
I'm asking like a million questions, like don't spoil it, but tell me everything. What is the deal with the big "hit me" sign on his chest?
The hit me sign.
The what?
The
The
big
reactor
gaping
or
hole.
whatever in Galvatron.
I don't know. Fusion reactor? Who knows?
Yeah, that was just kind of a subtle joke between the head KSI guy and his inventors, that's all.
Well,
They touch on it, but they don't explain why he has it.
Yeah.
and
They do explain, though,
I
why
want to say
Galvatron's a
what I've
truck.
seen about it,
Yeah.
but I don't know if it's going to be too much of a spoiler.
Don't spoil it.
If you want to just go ahead and say it.
No.
I don't
It's
even know.
nothing too serious. I mean, it's just a little thing that you see at one point. It's nothing major.
Yeah, you'll probably clue into it once you see the one scene. I mean, I don't know if it was subtly put in there for a reason, but who knows?
Yeah.
I have no idea what you guys are talking about. What scene? I don't know.
Yeah, you're always clueless. Sorry, Jay.
The interstate scene, I'll just say that.
Yeah,
The interesting scene?
the interstate scene.
Oh,
On
interesting.
the highway.
Interesting. I'm like, okay.
You'll kind of
Prime and Galvatron there.
they kind of go over it,
You'll
but
see it
not
there.
really. You'll figure it out. It's it is what it is.
Chris, when you see the scene, you'll understand.
You'll be like, oh, that's what those guys are talking about, or what the hell?
So it's not a weakness. So it's not like you could
No.
chuck that in and then he's gonna die, sort of thing.
No.
No, definitely
They
not a
didn't
group.
try,
You
so
stupid.
we don't know.
Yeah, quite the opposite.
Yeah.
Fair enough.
So yeah. Let's see. As far as me, I got all the toys except for Bumblebee, unfortunately. So
What, you don't want
Yeah, I
another
kinda like the-
Bumblebee?
yeah, I know. It's like I don't know, 50.
gotta get it.
One.
I get it.
This was the actually one good Bumblebee, though.
Yeah,
I think so.
Yeah.
So, I did like Bumblebee as a character a little bit more in the movie,
Yeah.
but just because he didn't have to be surrounded by a damn kid, that was
That's
nice.
right.
So
Yeah.
that was nice. That's actually the first time I actually enjoyed watching Bumblebee. Even
Yeah, I
in
like the
Transformers
KSI
Prime.
scene with him.
Yeah. So definitely, Chris, go see it. Charles, go see it, or we're gonna spoil it the next time. You have a
right.
week.
Download the
You're-
bootleg or something. Come on.
Nah,
No.
we want to see the
See it already.
bootleg.
Do it.
I'm
Yeah,
watching it in
it-
IMAX.
Go watch it in IMAX, watch it in 3D. It's worth it.
Yes.
Worth it.
Yes. That's how I saw it on Sunday, and it was
Yeah.
really good.
Is
Yeah.
it good 3D though, or is it like?
Yes, it's excellent 3D.
Yeah.
Yeah, especially. Yeah, I don't.
It's a Bay movie, so you're gonna
Yeah.
get those special effects, and it works in 3D.
Yeah.
I wouldn't want to see it in just normal 2D standard. I would pay the money. It is worth it. Just pure alone action movie. It looks good. And then you throw in the robots, and you don't try and overthink it, but it is good. Seeing the Dinobots, big screen 3D coming right at you. Yeah, it was nice. Regardless of their screen time and all that type of stuff. I mean, it was still it was good.
Definitely.
Loved it.
So
It's just action packed is like what people say. I know Emgo said he watched the film and his eyes were just like, because there was just so much action. It's just like, right, okay, we're just gonna explode your brain over this. Okay, you're recovering. Too late, because now you've got another wave of action. It was just non-stop action. He said, "Is it
Pretty much
that
after the first-
much?"
Pretty much after the first half hour, it's mostly action.
yeah,
Yeah.
because you have to develop the human characters a little bit.
What I
Backstory of the girl and the
Yeah.
dad and all that. Once you get that out of the way, yeah, you start getting into the action and all that. So get your popcorn bathroom break during that time, if you need to.
There was one scene in the movie that was kind of like creepy, weird to me.
Which
That
was?
the boyfriend carried around the Romeo and Juliet law with him.
Oh yeah, that was.
Yeah.
He actually pulled it out just to make a point. Like, no,
Yeah.
I have the card here.
Yeah.
I know
That's
my
right.
stuff.
If he knew it by, memory, okay, yeah, this law, but he actually has it with him. That's kind of creepy.
Like he's been thinking about it. Like I'm gonna get caught, so I better know my stuff.
Well, then the whole sponsoring thing, even in the movie.
Yeah.
I'm sponsored
Okay.
by this energy drink.
Oh yeah,
I'm legit.
Red Bull.
Oh yeah, and then the soy milk as well at the
Yeah.
on the rooftop. Yeah. I don't know, I didn't really feel that was too blatant. I was just kind of like, whatever.
They made it more blatant in Dark of the Moon with Jerry.
Cherry.
And Jerry Wang, the guy in the building,
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
gets killed by Laserbeak. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, he was drinking soy and all that.
Well, they actually said the
Same
brand,
brand
too.
too.
Yeah, the brand. What's up, Dakota?
Hey man,
How you doing?
man, I'm doing.
Doing? Get some good food.
Oh yeah,
Nice.
good old fashioned Southern States barbecue. I don't expect none of y'all Yankees to know nothing about that. No, I'm just playing.
No, they
What about?
Ooh.
Right on.
Nice.
We'll just wait for that Ramulus video to come up on YouTube. Then
Oh, that was funny as hell.
But just to let you know, Dakota, I got California.
Oh, you did? Nice. How much you pay for it?
$120.
Not bad.
Got the box, paperwork, and all that jazz. Went
Good
through
deal.
customs and should be here Monday.
See, I'm the one I got it. I didn't get the box and paperwork with it, but at the same time, I didn't really paid too much hot premium for it either. So, but still, it's so nice having it, especially when you know it's not gonna disintegrate into nothingness.
Yes. Yes. Gold plastic syndrome, the bane of Transformer collecting.
Hang on, hold on.
Little black Zarek.
Don't touch it.
Yeah,
Don't touch it.
Zarek.
Oh,
man.
Black Zarek, amongst others.
It's good for 2 years.
Brandy.
Oh, dude,
I
this
dare you to flick him.
God, you
Watching
dare
that
me to,
review was
Chris?
scary. Had me cringing.
Chris, do you dare me to?
No, don't. You got your whole life. No, you got your whole life ahead of you. Don't do it. For the love of God. You'll kill us all.
It's like, 'cause I will get addresses to everyone in this hangout. Like, well, Chris dared me, so Rochambeau, I go first.
Yeah. I still think Takara Hasbro owes us for all the gold plastic crap.
You would think, like, whenever they're doing reissues for certain lines, like they would re-implement it. Like you would have thought, like, for Beast Wars 10th anniversary, they would have released a Randy with the fixed gold plastic.
Yeah.
But they didn't.
I want FunPub to release a box set that has the top 5 gold plastic. I mean, Black Zarek, obviously, you're not going to be able to put that in a box set, but the top 5 gold plastic syndrome figures and such.
Yeah.
Are there any of those black Zareks even around anymore? Like, or did they all disintegrate to like nothing?
Oh, there's still.
Well, we saw Orson with one,
Yeah.
and we didn't really want to stick around for the rest.
There's a ton of like knockoff Black Zareks you can get out there, but
Yeah.
shit, I haven't seen anything. Even on like eBay UK, I haven't seen one pop on in a really, really long time. Years probably.
Now, there was a couple of last summer. There was a couple of guys that had some custom Black Zareks that looked really good,
Nice.
but
Damn, you guys made me pick this Randy up. Now I want to start playing with him.
yeah, I would
I'm shaking, dude. I kid you not,
pay
man.
that
Like,
much money for a Black Zarek.
I'm shaking.
I couldn't do it. Randy, I would. That'd just be fun, just to like see how it disintegrates for you, or getting like a G2 slingshot and seeing that thing just disintegrate.
Man.
But Black Zarek, I couldn't spend at least over $1,000 for something that I know that's just gonna fall apart right when I even open it, touch it, look at it.
What sucks is one of our BotCon exclusives this year has gold plastic.
But that's the thing. It's the fixed gold plastic. I could throw Cannonball across the room, and the black plastic would break before the gold would. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whenever I fixed his knees, that gold kneecap, nope. The gold plastic that was used for the actual hip piece, not the thigh piece, because the thigh piece is just black plastic painted gold. But the actual hip piece, it's also quite a bit of abuse during that pin removal. I mean nothing. So I'm not really that concerned. I mean, no one should be concerned about gold plastic in today's.
Yeah.
After seeing the damages it did to the clear plastic, I'm just afraid of swapping the thighs on that thing.
Oh yeah, but I mean it's just that little clip. Everything still holds together fine. That clip isn't really necessary in the first place. So I mean,
It just sucks that we'd have to do that though, for a BotCon exclusive.
Yeah.
That's kind of.
It's basically like last year's hoist.
yeah. I wish some of the freaking people. I mean, this is totally off topic, but those those Beast Wars 2nd, Beast Wars Neo torrents, like no one's seeding them right now.
Oh really?
Yeah, so I'm like, have to start looking up.
Don't worry.
Street
Talk to me.
addresses and.
Talk to me after, and I'll help you out.
All right, I appreciate that.
No problem.
I mean, it's fine. I was just gonna start looking up.
Beast Wars 2nd.
I was just gonna start looking up IP addresses and like going into these people's houses and like turning their computers on. Like, look,
13
I want something very badly.
The series.
6 days.
What's that? Sorry.
Hello.
When?
Yes.
I think your connection got all bad there for a second.
Whose?
Maybe mine. Who knows?
I don't know.
So what's the most fragile like Transformer out there? Well, I wouldn't say fragile? What's the scariest to handle? Because we all know Randy after watching Dakota's freaking out. I mean, it was like you just expected him to say swab to some man, just have his forehead sort of thing. But is there anything more scarier than that?
Any KFC product.
Man, I don't know. Like I kind of like whenever I just started opening all the Beast Wars stuff that I got from BotCon like 20 minutes before the Cybercast started, and I started playing with Killer Punch, the really stupidly expensive repaint slight remold of Galdart. And I mean, wow, like because I was like, oh my god, this is $150 to replace if I do something stupid. So I don't know, that was pretty intense because Randy's cheap. I mean, you can get a Randy for like $15. Randy he broke, but no, not Killer Punch. If the little spring was bad in it, or if I lined the head portion up wrongly whenever I was putting it back in, like that's it, dude. I'm done. I wouldn't have been on the Cybercast. I would have been on a plane to like China to find a replacement.
Well, it's like Black Zarek. I mean, I love Super God Master Force, and I need a Black Zarek, to go with Overlord and all those guys, but I don't want to pay the money because it's like buying a nice brand new car and then just going out there and keying it or doing something to it because it's going to break, it's going to do something, and it's just, and once it happens, I don't know, this is me, I always tend to focus on that piece that's broke or that's not perfect anymore, and I'll always look at it and I'm always going to be pissed, and then I'm going to my wife's going to be pissed because I already spent like $1,200 on that, now I want to spend another $1,200 on that and all this type of crap, and it's like no. So but yeah, Randy's cheap, you can go and get another one. I mean, but when you start getting those high priced items, it sucks, even if it's not even gold plastic. I mean, I cringe at times when I'm like, with a Great Shot, Dazara, something that you can't readily get out there for a decent price or to even find available. I mean, like Triple Dacus, that you just got me, Dakota. I'd be scared to death. I'd be scared to death, if something happens to that, because you can't find it again.
Yeah. Funny thing, he actually does have a second one that's been opened. But I mean, so worst case scenario, I actually already told him. I said, look, man, if you can't sell that thing by itself, just give me DJ. Just give me dibs on DJ, because my DJ has like a hairline crack down one of the smaller wings. But I mean, granted, if it ever broke, it's nothing short of just the easiest, most non-noticeable fix in the world. But the fact is that it broke. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's all about, okay, the crack is there, I can see it. He's like, well, it's unlikely, but if I can't sell it as a lot, then you get DJ first. And I was like, oh, dude, just hope and pray no one else is looking for Triple Decus like at all.
Well, the sucky thing about that is they released the two other guys in the Telemoka line. They never released DJ for some reason, and it's weird.
Yeah.
And it's like crap.
So everyone's looking for DJ too.
Yeah.
Now, isn't DJ the cicada?
Yes.
Okay.
Cicada Con for all you Americans.
But it's like the same thing with like Magna Boss. I mean, you need Lio Jr., not Prowl, if you want.
That's right.
Yeah.
It's the different head sculpt that makes the difference, right?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Different color.
I mean, it's not just Lio Jr. Even Prowl and Santon, not Prowl, Skywarp and Santon make all the difference in the world. Just that silver paint on Skywarp's head, like that's the only difference. It makes so much of a big difference. But Santon, dude, all the freaking gold lining, all throughout. Yeah. Oh god, it's like crazy.
Yeah. That's when I always make fun of you for always going Takara first, and besides Hasbro, then I think of like stuff like that. I'm like, Takara had it right there, and we just kind of got the generic crap and such. But yeah, still both are great molds. I mean they're the same mold, but both are great characters and such. But I have a question for you, Dakota, and then we can
All
get
right.
into some other topic. But I've dealt with this. Being a Japanese Transformer fan, there's characters that have the same mold. Let's take Buster Hydra, Darkwing Dreadwind. Same mold, different characters, different looks. Now, do you ever have issues with people always thinking like Magnaboss is the same, or Triple Dacus and Tripredacus? Same mold, different characters, different color.
And what's funny is, with Magnaboss 1 and 2, and granted, all 4 characters are characterized differently, but it does, like, it irks me. I'm like, no. Magnaboss 1 and, or Magnaboss and Magnaboss 2nd are 2 totally different characters. Magnaboss is comprised of all these Autobot veterans that are somehow existent. We're going to look past those discrepancies. And Magnaboss 2nd, he's still they're still learning. They're still children essentially.
Learn from Triple Dacus, didn't they?
Yeah. Oh yeah. Whenever whenever I was kind of looking, starting that kind of search for Triple Dacus, I saw like a gallery on Cybertron.com, and I see, he basically took a picture of Tripredacus. But just put in quotes, oh yeah, this is also Triple Dacus, and I was like, no. That's the one where the colors are like significantly different, and it's like, and Triple Dacus is a Maximal, he's not a Predacon, and I was just like, I just bit my lip, and I was like, you know what, I'm not gonna ruin something good here. I'm just gonna, let people be happy with what they got, and But yeah, I mean it is something that does kind of irk me. Like, and another really really good example here is this little guy. Some people are gonna say, oh, that's Laserbeak from the Beast Wars line, and then you flip him around and you see that silver there. No, that's Hydra from Beast Wars Neo. Again, just 2 significantly different characters. So it's like, would I ever get a Laserbeak? Probably not. He was a comic-only character, thanks to IDW. And if I ever got bored of having a complete Japanese run of characters, which I'm only 6 figures away from, so for anyone out there, go look at my Twitter. I got posted links to my wants and sales threads. So I mean, yeah, I may go back and start, I may go back and get the comic only interpretations of some characters and start a little shelf for them. And I already have a couple, like Transmetal 2 Prowl, Torka. I don't know. I really like the way Torka was characterized.
Yeah, I wish someone would actually, a third party would actually do that mold, because he's supposed to be massive. He's supposed to be a big dude.
Oh yeah.
Not a deluxe size.
But it's got to have the water gun fin.
That's cool too. But I wouldn't say no to it. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I like the water gun fin. That was cool for back in the day when I was young and got it brand new.
But you're now an adult. You don't need.
And I still like my water gun.
You don't play with toys anymore. No, but with perfect
squirt gun force.
Yeah. I have to bring a glass of water with him too, because he only holds enough for one shot. He's a single shooter. So, I don't know. With Perfect Effect though, making Lio Convoy, and they're even making Big Convoy. Granted, it's their Cybertronian look from the IDW series. And that's like, man, that has me all over it. Because if it would have just been another Lio Convoy or another Big Convoy, well, those were already perfect to begin with.
Yeah.
So it's like, but no, this is the Cybertronian versions, and look just like they did in IDW. All the line work looked, just like it did in their IDW.
The Big Convoy's turning into the Big Gun.
Big gun tank shoot 'em up, dude. Screw this, I'm out of here thing.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice.
In theory, because that's what his original the concept they had for him whenever they teased him and Lio Convoy like freaking 3 years ago was. But it's awesome to finally see that start to come out.
Now with the Leonidas, isn't that just supposed to be like a full robotic lion instead of a vehicle?
No. Leonidas was one of the 300 Spartans that told King Xerxes that he isn't a god king and made him bleed. That's who Leonidas is. Dalton. Don't you watch movies?
Oh man, why don't you just kick him right where it counts?
I'm screwing with you, man. Yeah, that's.
Help educate the. No. It's like,
See, no. That's King Leonidas, and he will kick you into the well of like freaking 10,000 souls or whatever. Something Greek and epic. I know that. So. But yeah, it's basically just a robotic lion or whatever that's worth.
I'm cool with that.
Probably
It'd
have
be
some
nice to get
like a
large
like
third-party figure of it.
Well, if I can, I mean, you guys can keep talking, and I'll start thumbing through the comics. Because it's gonna take me a while to find his oh, what the hell? Doesn't just knock? Oh, whatever. All right, yeah, it's gonna take me a while to find it.
it's not Randy down.
No, it's not Randy. He's protected by like freaking layers of cushion.
Well, you have all that foam. So
Oh, yeah,
lay
dude,
it out everywhere.
Man, that's why I like collecting foam boxes so much. That Mania King, I threw that thing in the trash. I just wanted the box. worth that $95 or $110 or however much it was.
It's a nice box.
And I was like,
So,
all right, thanks,
Eddie-
Warson. You can keep the toy.
You have Scoria back there.
Yeah, he's back there. Little football.
You like him? Really nice.
Yeah, it's a dope fig. It really is a dope fig. Little problems here and there, the lower jaw, a couple of shoulder things, but really good fig. You gotta get that. You gotta get it.
Sweet.
Okay.
Third-party killers.
Yeah. Vance Toys always hits it out of the park.
I can't wait for the rest.
Yeah. God, have all 5 Dinobots that size. Oh my God, that'd be so awesome.
I'll even get their Grimlock because holding this figure and then holding the Hasbro Grimlock, it's night and day, man. It's
Yeah.
night and day.
It's like when you hold up like Quake. Yeah.
Hasbro needs to take fucking notes, man, because
It's like when you hold up like
You
Quake
guys are
Wave and then
killing
you
it,
hold like
man.
Sine
You're
Wave. It's so horrible to think there's like a third party company has made that and then you hold Sine Wave, which it just feels so hollow and crappy, and Quake Wave's just so like, oh, you know.
So hefty, wimpy.
Did you mention your little problem with Quickwave, Chris?
Yeah, his thumb broke. Yep.
Oh, Josh, you
geez,
lied to
his thumb
him.
broke.
You owe him some money for that Quake Wave, dude.
His hand was like that. I just went, right, okay, I'm just gonna do that. And it was if I just went through a ghost. His thumb just went, I was like,
What? Jeez.
oh,
You're
why
just
is it?
strong as like Superman, dude. I don't know. Damn.
It was just no giving it whatsoever. I was like, oh, no worries. I mean, I remember when they shipped them out that you get the extra hand. Going through the... I chucked it out.
Oh.
So, yeah, I've got to find some sort of glue. What I'm going to do is just
What are
sand
you talking
down
about? You need a hand?
Quake Wave. No, his thumb. Quake Wave's
Oh,
thumb.
well, dude, I've got the. If you don't mind having those throw-ins or whatever, I'll send them to you.
Well, that's what I was going to
Sure.
use, but I had them, but I chucked them out. But all I'm going to do is just sand down where the thumb starts and where the thumb's taken off. Just sand it down, just glue it, and just go from there.
Like someone
Here's that
working
picture
workshop.
of Lio Convoy, that Perfect Effects. I don't know how good it's going to focus, but
Oh, I
that's
see.
essentially the design, yeah.
Hmm.
What were you guys snickering about so much? Sound like you guys are laughing about something just randomly.
Yeah. Well, we wonder.
My
Man.
bad luck with breaking things.
translucent purple plastic.
The thing is, in the space of 2 months, I've had Anna John Starscream's arm broke on me, and then in panic thinking, no, it's fine. I picked him up, I was like, right, I'm just going to put him on the desk and just leave him there. And I was like, what's the condition of his other arm? Moved his arm, his other arm broke off.
Oh,
Oh,
gee.
great, okay, well...
I can tell you what your problem is. You're playing with your toys. You're not supposed to do that. You're supposed to take them out of the box and just sit them on the
That's
shelf.
right.
Put them on a shelf and walk away.
I've had MP10, his entire hand just went, and then his knee went, and then something went
What are you
wrong.
doing to your toys, man?
I just got bad luck. I mean, it's seriously, it's not me. I
Well, he's
don't
playing
know.
with They're probably all scared now. Damn.
Literally.
Crap, Chris is back. He's gonna break one of us. Which one? Don't touch me.
It's the Moses Toy Story. They just be like, everyone, Chris is coming, hide. You know, it just hand just slowly going towards him. They're like, you know. But yeah, I just get bad luck. I really do.
My
I go
God.
stepdad with his cell phones. He goes through like 30 of them a month.
My goodness. That reminds me of my my masterpiece Megatron. Like not even the day, the not even like the second day I had it. Like one of the plastic pieces in the back of the leg broke, and I'm like looking at it, I'm like, crazy glue. Will this work? And yeah, sure enough, I was able to put it back together. But I'm like, I don't know if I really want to touch this thing. Just leave it on display.
Chicken legs.
Yeah, pretty much.
I fucking hate that thing.
Mm-hmm.
So what were you guys talking about before I got in? I know I tried to tune in on my phone and like Dakota was talking about Beast Wars or something. I was like, well, I'm glad I'm not in here.
We were talking about.
I'm not missing anything. So.
Dakota just wants my group to just subtitle the whole series.
Yeah. You know you're gonna have a best friend.
Oh my God.
Wherever you go, you look around the corner, there's Dakota. Here, dude.
That's right.
Puck, do you have the pictures that you were sending me that you can screen share?
What?
The
Yeah, what's right?
not those pictures. I'm talking about the ones of Dakota whenever his soul dies.
Oh, I don't even think he's seen that.
Yeah, I just saw him.
Oh, okay.
That's pretty hilarious. I mean, it's pretty stupid. That right there is for you, Josh. But like I was about to go in there and start dropping some dumbass money. It's not even cool.
I'm just surprised we were able to pull that off, and that you kind of fell for it. I mean, it was just it was classic.
The only reason I fell for it is because Jim told me, he was like, "Hey man, you know, I don't know how well you're gonna pull it off, but there's this one dude that shows up every year and just starts waving it around the dealer room, telling people they're not gonna want to pay what he wants for it." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah, I haven't been to."
No, you didn't know Dakota was here.
You didn't know I was rolling up here for $1,000 just for that, but I'd be hard pressed to pay $1,000, but I would.
Well, we say $350.
Yeah.
Yeah, you told me like $300 or $400.
Jumped out of his chair.
Oof.
Yep.
Dude, I put that cigarette out real quick.
You just lit it up, and then all of a sudden $350. Oh, it's done. Well, okay. Where are you going? I'm going to the dealer room. Where'd you say it was? It was $350, right? Yeah.
Eventually, we'll be able to show it to everyone, and they can just see for themselves. Punk, have you watched all the videos, or just that one, or?
I've watched. I watched that one in slow motion.
You watch music playing. You didn't see mine and Josh's love scene, did you? Because that was supposed to be just for our personal collection, and
yeah.
Well, a couple of them corrupted, so it might be.
All right, well, restore those, but don't watch them.
There was a lot of
Don't watch them.
good stuff that should have been on video, but we'll always have those memories.
I just like in the video, the prank. Not only you can see Dalton laughing, but there's some random dude who's laughing his ass off and trying to hide it.
That's even better.
It would have been even better if that dude like pulls it out of the bag and be like, "Got it."
Dude, I mean, I probably would have been on the run. I'd have been like hiding out in a dark alleyway just to wait for my plane to leave. Call Super Shuttle. I'm like, yeah, you're not gonna pick me up at the Sheridan anymore. No, a couple blocks down. I got some pretty hot merchandise now.
Yeah. No, we should have Daltoned you if we saw it. One of us should have bought it right in front. It's like, hey, dude, check it out. Oh, you found green? No, it's mine, dude.
Dude.
Come find it.
And then
Like
put it
that-
right in your face.
That for real would have been a friendship. A friendship ended. Like,
Here we go.
which, by the way, Dalton, shame on you. Dalton's like, oh crap.
What did James said it
Yeah,
goes,
well, they
yeah,
would
after
have
the
been,
first night, it became like a secret of everybody's like want list. It's like everybody like hid their wants list in their suitcase somewhere.
I know all those wants lists I printed out. I started to like stuff them back in my bag. I was like, you sons of bitches.
Are you kidding? I don't even have any of the money to buy any of those Japanese Beast Force figures, so why would I even touch that want list?
Dude, the Randy 2-pack was like $55. Wasn't that bad.
Dalton,
Killer
that's the only
Punch
reason
was-
he came out there is to crush our dreams
Yeah.
and our wants.
I was on the plane ride just going, okay, I know they want these, so that's what I'm going to go after.
That's what Dalton's want. What Dalton's want list was just like copies of like he took our wants list and just like glued them onto one piece of paper.
You know I wanted that Chaos Paladin, damn it.
There's plenty more of them right there.
But it was the
But
one.
I wanted
it was
that
the one
one.
serial number 370071 whatever that he wanted.
Talked to Orson and everything, and damn, took it.
Yeah, do you see that 1/5 one from the back right now? You hold that one for me.
Yep, don't let Dalton take it.
I was just
Sure
thinking
enough.
about how funny it would have been if like Dalton would have, I don't know, like just kind of put his hand over, like kind of fell over and right on top of that black Zarak while Orson was putting that thing behind.
Oh, man. Security would have been coming up.
We wouldn't have
Dude,
had another roommate. Like,
Dude,
we-
the camera would have been out. I would have got all that.
dude, the
He's not
doors
gonna
would
get
have
out of
been
that
shut. Brad would have told us, yeah, man, we'll get your friend back to you when we're done. He'd have been working at the Captured Prey booth all weekend, too, with a broke leg.
Freaking
Yeah.
cast around my neck. In a wheelchair with my arm out like that.
All these freaking people, give me Warden, I want Warden. It's just like, oh, it's so heavy. My wrist is dislocated, I can't really pick it up.
I can barely even get up. Yeah.
When is TFCon? Is it this weekend?
Toronto, or?
Next weekend.
Yeah.
Okay. Anyone going to that?
No.
Ask me again in like 3 months,
Cricket.
and I'll tell you I'm going to that one.
All right. The dealers' booths must be pretty cheap there, because like some dude was like, "Yeah, I'll be there Friday and through Sunday," and like there was just, I don't know, it was just the most random little layout. There was like a Fall of Cybertron figure, and Generation Scoop, and some movie stuff. It was just so random, and it's all stuff that you can get like right now for pretty cheap. So I was thinking to make any kind of profit, you'd have to mark it up some, but people aren't going to pay ridiculous prices because it's readily available. So those dealers' booths must be pretty cheap if you wanted to set up there.
I'm sure it is. I'm sure it's not anything close to BotCon, even though I think BotCon was kind of not as great as a lot of people were making it out to be, as far as the dealer room. But I'm just glad that they had third-party stuff and all that. That's pretty much what I bought. But I wouldn't mind going to a TFCon someday.
Well, there's Chicago in October.
I've been there a couple of times, but that was like about, I don't know, going back 4 years or so. It's been a long time since I've gone to one. Although this year it's, I don't know, looks like they have quite a number of voice actors. They're there. I'd be interested to listen to them.
Oh, the selection is premium. Just golly. And I think they were trying to say that they were going to try to do the same, get the same roster for Chicago, and I was like, oh my god, that's excellent.
Wow.
If it turns out to be true, because I mean, man, that would certainly be awesome. But I don't know. I'm partially like I really just want the Teletoon Titan dudes, the Mario and Luigi. But part of me, I don't know. I don't know. I guess it's the BotCon collector in me just wants to
Exclusives.
Yeah, I just want all of them.
You gonna start collecting all the TFCon exclusives?
I'm not gonna do that. So,
then you'll dive into the well. When you get done with BotCon, you're gonna have to do something. How
I have
about
to get into auto assembly exclusive.
auto assembly as well? You gotta track down all the Charticon stuff.
The 1 year Charticon exclusives, yeah,
Yeah.
probably.
You're going into JoeCon. We know it. Come on, you're gonna.
You know,
steal
I
support
really
rights
and truly like that's more than likely gonna be it. As soon as I get done, because again, like freaking 6 Japanese Beast Wars toys away from that solid run, so it's 6 or 8, and then just a handful of the American cast left, and then it's just like 5 or 6 years of BotCon, and then that's it. I'm done. Kind of.
JoeCon, Power Morphicon, all that stuff.
Is there a Ninja Turtle? I'm sure there is.
Probably.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
More than like.
Turtle
Okay.
Gun.
I would go to that, and I would.
There's
I
probably
know there was
just
a
ready to
party
Mask.
like back in February here in Texas.
God, I'd go to Mask. That'd be sweet.
Jamin and I would go to Mask.
I'm there too.
The Thundercats isn't. They never have anything like new to come out with, so they just do it at PowerCon with Masters of the Universe. So even if you paired Mask up with something, hell, even with JoeCon, I mean, it would kind of maybe even make a little bit of sense because JoeCon's not doing really well on its own anyway. I mean, it needs something to kind of boost it.
Yeah.
Previous year's exclusives are hella expensive, though.
Even the
Like something-
Collectors Club Joes are getting to be expensive.
Yeah.
I was looking at that. Like, damn, $40 for one of these guys? Crap. Just for some of the, like, Big Boa and some of the other characters that they released.
I know. I was thinking about getting what was the 2012 year, the Night Ops or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I thought about grabbing that set, and I started looking at the prices for it on eBay, and I was like, holy crap!
This was 2013 was Zombies or something, wasn't it?
This year was Zombies.
Was it this year?
Yeah.
And they also had
2013
it
maybe
where
the
you,
Night Ops. I can't remember.
and then they also had it to where you could do the 6-inch action figures, you know. As
You
well.
mean the ones with the clothes and stuff?
Well, Hasbro coined the term action figure because they wanted to sell dolls. Yeah. So that's how the whole action figure came about, is because if they just called them dolls, then boys wouldn't buy them, and that's who they were catered to. And they're supposed to be like military. It didn't get all kind of wacky until you had, G.I. Joe of the 80s, but they were like real military, and a lot of people's fathers were in the military, and they wanted to represent that and be a, American hero and stuff like that. And how do we sell this to boys? Well, we can't call them dolls because they're going to look over at their sister and she's playing with a Barbie doll. So they were like action figure. They were the first ones to come up with that. Now it's just widely used by everybody, but that's how it came up.
The more you know. Bling.
What do you think is more, I probably know the answer to this, but I'm just going to throw this out there. From at least action figures, boys, obviously, that's continuously going. Star Wars being number 1, you'd think, then Transformers number 2. As far as proving the test of time from their inception all the way till like modern day now. I mean,
When
we
did
still
the
have
Star Wars line start?
70.
70s, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, so G.I. Joe. I think isn't this the first year G.I. Joe isn't going to have any new product on the shelf?
Yeah.
That's sad.
And this was the 50th year of the brand, so
That's really sad then. Yeah.
Yeah, they were going strong for a long time, and it was just because the movie, I think, was keeping it alive. And now it's just dead. I mean, I don't know. I'm just kind of curious.
I'm surprised they didn't make a new cartoon series. I mean, I guess maybe it's just not a very popular thing, or it's really hard to sell it internationally as well, right?
Yeah. The Resolute that they did, or no, the Renegades. The last one that they did was just kind of,
Yeah, I heard that. There was that one where it was like almost like a PG-13 or a PG version, right? Where it's like people were getting killed and whatnot. Which one was that? A few years ago.
God, which one are you talking about?
Like a show?
Yeah, it was.
I think
it was like
5 episodes long or something like that.
That's right. Yeah.
It was Resolute.
Resolute. Yeah.
Where Storm Shadow took on Snake Eyes for their ending battle or some crap.
It was it was more anime. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I was gonna say it had awesome animation to it, and of course,
good series.
See that if it's too bad they couldn't do G.I. Joe like that all the time, because of hey, that's pretty damn cool, right? But it's does that sell toys?
Nope.
And that's the thing. It's most of the parents are oh, that guy just died in the first episode. No, I don't want my kids watching this, right?
Yeah. Well, it just would make sense with the Hub Network being Hasbro that they would do G.I. Joe, do other things, just throw it out there. But yeah. But it's weird. I mean, Transformers #2, long-standing, keeps going through every incarnation. I mean, we're going to have another animated series next year. We're going to see another release of toys and everything else. But
I think Ninja Turtles as well.
Yeah, Ninja Turtles would be #3.
I know Action Man stopped in 2006, 2007. Now it's running from the 60s, early 60s. So that lasted for 4 years too.
Kitties.
And possibly maybe in some of the Marvel or DC. You count the Mega Dolls all the way till now with the incarnations of the Batman line and all that.
Yeah.
And Marvel Legends. But
they can constantly recycle those series till the end of time, right?
I just don't understand Star Wars. At least Transformers, we get, even if we don't like it, we get something new. Star Wars, you get the same recycled crap over and over and over in the 3 3/4 inch. Now they have the 6-inch black line, which is cool, but it's always the same stuff. Hey, we released a clone that was 10 years old. We're gonna re-release it again, and then again and again.
But the fans buy it, right?
Yeah,
that's the thing, right?
Oh, retro articulation.
Star Wars fans are hardcore. We know a few of them, and they're I have to have every incarnation of, this.
Yeah, like Luke. Luke had a pre-teen look. Oh, I need him. I need him.
Pre-teen look.
I need that. Oh, I got the variant Luke with acne. Yes, I got him.
I need the hand shoots first. Yeah. I mean, I love Star Wars, but yeah. Go ahead.
Also, I was just going to say that's the one thing I'm kind of enjoying about the new movies leading up to movie 12. Is so far in the future is what they've done. I mean, it's going to be completely even with the AT Walkers and stuff, we're going to get a full new redesigned sort of look on that. It's just because, I mean, even the Millennium Falcon, for its day, was really high tech, but without spoiling anything for what's going to be in the movies for you guys, but there's a point where basically meteor goes to hit the planet, and then they're and they just run through this museum, and then there's a Millennium Falcon. It's right, we gotta get this thing get off the planet, and it's such a piece of crap it wouldn't budge, and there's loads of stuff like that that's coming. It's all the whole clone thing and whatnot. It's gonna be cool. So whether I doubt Hasbro would recycle things, because there's not, you could do with 2, maybe 3 figures. I mean, which is basically more or less the same as what Boba Fett's but that is it. Everything else is just going to be completely new. Even down to the lightsabers and stuff are completely different. So that will be cool for Star Wars fans.
Yeah.
you know, kind of the same track that we were going, but kind of a little bit different. What's some brands? I'm going to stick with mainly 80s. We can jump into, you know, early 90s as well, just so you know, Dalton and Dakota can get in the conversation here. But
I think we need to jump into the 2000s for Dalton, huh?
But what are some franchises out there as far as, you know, that had toys? Let's say I don't know if they had to have a cartoon or anything like that, but, you know, something supporting it that you'd like to see a reboot. I know one that I'd really like, and I've heard rumors for like 2 years now that it's going to be called Phoenix Rising, but I'm a Captain Power fan.
Oh, cool.
And,
Oh yeah, yeah. I remember Captain Power back in the day. My God, yeah.
Live action or a cartoon?
well, see, here's the thing with the live action is back then I forgot it was like $1 million an episode is what it cost them, and like they were never making their money back.
Yeah.
And you're talking about back in the 80s.
Yeah.
And the thing is the show, it aired at like 5 o'clock in the morning, you know,
Yeah.
because they didn't know how it was going to do, and they knew kids when they woke up, they thought that that'd be the first thing that they watch, and the idea was to bring father, mother, and kid, and them all enjoy it as a family. But it came on at 5 o'clock in the morning, and then your cartoon started, and like the only way I was able to watch it is I had to like wake up super early on Saturday morning to watch that thing at like 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
But you know, I enjoyed the toys; they were fun. I just think if you
Interacted
did
with the
something
show
like
too,
that,
which was cool.
yeah, and they had little VHS tapes. Dakota, I'll explain, or Dalton, I'll explain to you what those are a little bit later on. But they had these things. They had the VHS tapes that you could shoot and stuff like that, interact with. I still got all that stuff. Everything works. I think that it would be something that those kids that maybe when they're getting out of cartoons, because they presented it totally wrong, but as soon as they get out of cartoons, maybe they're too old. They don't want to be, you know, like their friends teasing them. Oh, you still watch cartoons and stuff like that. I don't know how it is today. I mean, that's how it was when we grew up. And now they need to kind of get into something, I guess, live action, and it's not cartoon related anymore. But there's never like anything in that gap in between. Yeah. Captain Power would be perfect for that, to where that's fit for that 12, 13, 14, 15-year-old.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Go the Power Rangers route.
Yeah, it was kind of like that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, Captain Power. I think it was maybe a little bit too ahead of its time, and just as you said, it was not promoted properly.
And it was dark. I mean, you have to remember it was a dark show.
Yeah, it was. Yeah, especially the last episode. I was like, my God, like they killed off what's her name? Pilot was her name?
Yeah, Chase.
Yeah, Chase.
Yeah. Spoiled it for us who haven't seen it now.
Go pick up the tape somewhere.
Well, first go get yourself a VCR.
That's right.
You gotta find a VCR first.
There's one right here next to me.
So we have like 4 here in the house.
Yeah.
But yeah, I remember it. That was a dark show. It was good. I liked it. I enjoyed it. But yeah, it was. I love the interaction with the toys being a part of it, and they'd go off or like, oh man, they just shot my Captain Power and he flew off his vehicle, and like, oh what the hell, you know?
Yeah.
I mean, that was innovative. That was cool.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah.
And the toys cost quite a bit of money as well, because you're talking about back in the the mid '80s. I believe the PowerJet XT7 and the Phantom Striker, those were back then going for $30.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
You know, and like today, you might be like, well, that's just a little bit more than a Voyager or something like that. No, back then, if that was today, I mean, what price would that even be? Like $100?
Yeah.
Could be.
Yeah, so it's probably about $80 to $100, and you're trying to like, Mom. So I need this vehicle or the jet, and then this jet battles them, and then she's already like, we're already up to $200. Then we need the figures, which today's standards, they'd be $10 a piece or $15 a piece, and it's just wow, because there's electronics in just about, I think, in everything. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
except for the play set was huge. Like there was even a thing that you could put the power jet on as its landing pad.
Yep.
If you ever see the pictures of it, there's like a kid, he's playing with it, and he's like sitting on his knees playing with it, and the thing is taller than him. Also, Sectars, I collect that as well. The Hive, their playset, I think it's like 4 foot tall or 3.5 feet tall or something like that. It's huge as well.
Yeah. There was a lot of great stuff in the 80s. We got a lot of vehicles, playsets, stuff that you don't get anymore. And I mean, it was kind of, some of it was expensive depending on the electronics and all that, but I mean, you look at Star Wars, G.I. Joe, any type of, Captain Power, you got play sets, you got vehicles, you got stuff to, like, not just get a figure, you got something to put that figure in and go do stuff with, which is really cool. But
Yeah.
a show that I would love to see from the 80s is Inhumanoids. I think that
Oh
was
my god, yeah.
I would love to see that come back.
Yeah.
Live action or not, I don't care. I mean,
Give
it
it
was
to-
kind
give
of
it
cool
to-
live action.
Give it to Michael Bay.
Yeah, there you
go.
Give us those explosions.
Oh yeah, that's
Give us
right.
that Metlar, Magnacore, and all those guys. Decomposed, Tendril,
That's right.
Perk Armstrong. Yeah.
Bert Armstrong.
Yep.
The
Liquid
80s was
Air.
really, the 80s was really good for creativity though. Like when you think about a lot of those shows back then, like there was a lot of creativity that came out of the companies.
Yeah.
Now it's all recycled stuff. They haven't
Yep.
original idea, to save themselves.
Well, and back then they didn't care. They put out a cartoon and they put out a toy line. There
That's
wasn't
right.
like bottom line, we're going to make money, we're not. No, it's just that was the process. If we're going to put out a show, we have to put out a toy line.
Exactly.
And that was great. Nowadays
Toy line
it's
was
like,
first.
maybe we'll put out a toy line, maybe we won't.
Yeah.
Well, it's the same thing that, the way that they did then is, exactly like you said, but they were like, all right, let's try this Transformer thing. Bam, took off. All right, we're going with it. G.I. Joe, same thing. Then you have Ninja Turtles. I mean, just took off, and then they're like, just keep on coming out with these figures, because it's blown up. But if you were visionaries, all right, it doesn't look like this is going on,
Yeah.
So,
It's too bad, 'cause-
Sectars.
Brave
let's
Star.
give them 6
Yeah.
episodes at 5:30.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they were looking for the next Transformers, the next Ninja Turtles, and stuff like that. It's kind of like a lot of the TV shows today. Like they're all looking for that next Lost. Like we have to be Lost, And if they're not, even if the show's successful and they're making money, they're like, can it? We're gonna try to find maybe something else will come across our desk that ends up being the next Lost, because that's what we want. We want money like that. And ratings like that, instead of, hey, we got a really good show going on here, we've got a lot of followers, we're making money, everyone's happy. It's not about that anymore.
Yeah. That's
Especially
sad.
Fox.
Yeah.
They can't everything they make, like not even before it's finished.
Who, Fox?
So
Yeah.
someone told me that ABC stands for already been canceled.
Like,
That's awesome.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. fan?
Oh,
I know it's just a matter of time.
How did that thing get greenlighted for a second season? And
how is it still going?
Revolution did well. That was a crappy season.
Second season went downhill.
Because Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. is good, I guess. I don't know. I didn't really watch any. Like, I don't watch any original, any newer original stuff. Like, I was happy 24 came back because that's
I love it.
years old.
Dude,
That
I
was
started
awesome.
watching 24 again from the very beginning. I'm like halfway through season 4. I've been just watching them all back to back as much as I could.
Yeah.
I love it
I
so
hate
much.
that this season's only 12 episodes long. Like, that's getting into that new era of.
There's
It's
only
like,
2
why is the
episodes.
show called 24 then? But I don't know. It's awesome though.
24 to 12.
Yeah, I think for a lot of shows that end up being canceled before they've actually gotten a conclusion, they'll probably find a home on Netflix, especially if they're really popular. Because you're seeing that with I think that that Star Wars Clone Wars, like it ended abruptly, right? And then I heard they're gonna throw it on Netflix, right, to finish it off, right? So,
Oh, they are.
Really?
that's what I heard.
That's what they did with Arrested Development.
Why can't they do that with Firefly then?
I know.
Firefly. Oh God, yeah. They're supposed to be coming out with a new Star Wars Rebellion or something, which is...
Yes, yeah, another CG animated.
Dude, Disney didn't spend all that money just to let that sucker sit there. Dude, they're going to be coming out with all types of series and movies. I mean, everything. They're going to milk it for everything they can because, they're...
It's a cash cow. Like
how many billion did they spend on that thing?
I know, and I mean, friggin' Lucas, he was just sitting on it, and whenever he did a movie, it was garbage, right? I mean, now they're like, yeah, we're making the rest of these, and screw Lucas, we're gonna make them good. Well, hopefully, hopefully they're gonna be.
I see what Disney did with the Avengers, and like,
the Avengers was awesome, right? So it's like,
them doing the Marvel stuff has been really nice for a comic book fan. I mean. We got nothing in the 80s or the 90s that resembled anything good from a comic book thing, except for Batman. But it was all DC. But for Marvel, there's nothing.
Yeah, it wasn't until the first X-Men movie that things really started, like, this is how you tell a story about, mutants, right?
It was taken seriously a little bit.
Yeah, that's right, yeah. And,
don't forget David Hasselhoff what's his name?
Nick Fury.
Yeah, that was great. Great movie.
I remember watching that. Also, you had the Hulk series as well.
The first
I even remember watching. Well, this is DC, where I like DC stuff, but the Flash. They actually came out with the Flash. Yeah, the Flash. They're coming out with the Flash again, or I believe it's already. I don't know if it's been released yet.
No,
but
it got leaked.
No.
It got leaked online.
Yeah, I've seen it already. So it looks pretty good. I'm excited about it. I love Arrow.
I remember the Flash. Damn, I forgot all about that.
You had Lois and Clark. Lois and Clark was kind of a. You also had Superman series, way back in the day, but Lois and Clark was kind of the most, I guess, recent and most memorable.
Yeah, Birds of Prey. Birds of Prey was okay. With Oracle and Black Canary and all them. Or no, what was it there? I don't know. Birds of Prey was there.
You also had a Fantastic Four, like way back.
The 1990 movie.
We try not to.
You also had Captain America.
There was the Australian Punisher movie with Dolph Lundgren, or however you say it.
Dolph Lundgren.
I've got that on DVD.
That's just good. Luke Gossett Jr. That's a good movie.
They just can't get the Punisher right.
Nope.
No.
I thought it was good in Warzone.
Warzone was all right. It was okay.
I haven't watched that one.
Yeah, they got the guy that played Firefly from G.I. Joe Retaliation.
Yeah, and then you saw Jigsaw, the villain, and it was just like, oh man, this is bad, really bad.
The first Daredevil.
Daredevil.
Let's pretend that never happened recently.
Daredevil.
Batman. They can just reboot Daredevil again.
Ghost Rider.
Oh god.
Daredevil
as well.
Ghost Rider.
What's wrong with Nicolas Cage?
If they do any of the Marvel Knights, like all those movies need to be rated R, just like Blade was.
Yeah.
I can't take a PG-13 Ghost Rider or Daredevil. I can't take any of that seriously.
Yeah.
There needs to be a PG-13 Deadpool movie.
No.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Those are fighting words, Josh.
Talk about just pissing on the character.
Yeah, literally.
That's the whole reason that freaking movie hasn't even come out yet. Well, we want it PG-13, and the writers are like, nope.
No. This character cannot be put in a PG-13 movie again.
What's going on?
You can remember what happened to the freaking Wolverine Origins?
Yeah.
What's going on with the Deadpool movie? Because they said they will make it as long as Kick-Ass 2 basically ends up going well. Well, it did really well apparently in box, but
It's
You know?
they still want to make it. If I'm not mistaken, isn't it Sony? Doesn't Sony own Deadpool?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Gonna say,
They want it to be PG-13 so they can maximize profits for the other, you know, the younger going audience, and like the writers and the fans are like, nope, we'll burn you down, Sony, or something. I don't know if they said all that, but it was dude, no way, just no way, no PG-13 Deadpool. So they're still kind of negotiating.
They did a terrible job trying to put him into Ultimate Spider-Man.
They could do.
I thought he was pretty good in Ultimate Spider-Man, being a nutcase, going after what, Taskmaster. Wasn't Will Friedle? He was the voice of him, wasn't he?
Oh man, it needs to be Nolan North. I mean, if you're not gonna let Ryan Reynolds do any talking, it has to be Nolan North.
Okay, yeah. Nolan North's good.
Who would play Deadpool? I mean, they would really do Ryan Reynolds?
Ryan Reynolds. He said he is more than willing to do it if they can get it together. He's down. He wants it to be an R-rated movie too. Like that's what's crazy.
I'd rather have Ray Parks, to be honest.
Really? See, I think Ryan Reynolds would fit it so well.
They'd have to get Ryan Reynolds or someone else to do the voice then.
Yeah, well, the thing is, because like if he's gonna, be with his mask on and stuff like that, talk about someone that's, awesome as far as awesome as far as combat skills. Ray Parks. I mean, he was, X-Men. He was Toad, but he was also Darth Maul. He was also Snake Eyes. In the G.I. Joe movies. I mean, just dude's legit. So
yeah.
Oh, yeah. And he also did, he was one of the, I can't remember his character's name, but he was also in the movie Ballistics X vs. Sever with Antonio Banderas and Lucy Liu.
I knew that's why you watched it. Okay. I was like, why are you watching that movie? And then he started.
It was the Headless Horseman, Sleepy Hollow, too.
Oh, wow.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah.
Huh.
Little Sleepy Hollow joint right there. Well, got you on that.
Huh.
Crickets.
Ugh. I'm sorry.
These cartoons we would like nowadays. Captain Planet.
Oh God, please.
No.
Yes, that needs to be redone because now with all the
Needs to be redone. No, I don't think so. I'd rather see the Care Bears.
well, like a reboot.
I would too. I tried to watch Captain Planet the other day on like Cartoon Network, and I can't make it through this. I was like, I don't even know how I watched any of these episodes. I'd like to see Bucky O'Hare or something like that.
SWAT Cats.
Yeah.
Cats,
Oh,
Mighty
SWAT
Max.
Cats, yeah.
Yeah.
As far as Disney, Darkwing Duck, man, that thing was awesome.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Bots Master.
What?
Captain N and the Game Master. Okay, there we go. Let's bring back Captain N.
Yeah. Jay, did you like only get like Channel 5 or something whenever you were a kid? Like you got that one channel. It's like if they come on here, then those are the only cartoons that you can watch.
No, I know all the cartoons you guys are talking about.
Okay.
Oh, Spielberg should do Dino Riders,
Yeah.
Jurassic Park style.
What are you talking about? There's a movie just released a week ago.
Yeah.
It's basically what it is.
Street Sharks.
Dino Saucers.
Yep.
I am
That was
Weasel.
pretty cool.
That was a good show.
See, the thing is like some of these cartoons, they weren't that great, but the toys and the idea behind it was really good. It was just poorly executed because they were just trying to sell toys. But yeah, Dino Riders was the whole idea of it, of them, the crashing there, and there's the dinosaurs and that struggle and stuff like that. It was all a cool idea. They just didn't execute it right, just because it's all about the toys. Like, who cares if the writing's horrible?
Yeah.
It's like for Bots Masters for the show, they had like the 3D stuff in it at times, and the toys came with the 3D glasses you were supposed to use.
Yeah. Reboot would be kind of cool.
Yeah.
Redo that like 3D.
Who remembers Mummies Alive?
I do.
I do.
Oh, it would be so awesome if they did that again.
I even remember the Mighty Max
Yeah.
cartoon that they came out just to support those little bitty toys.
Mighty Max is cool. I liked it.
Dude, those things were hot. They were like the perfect traveling toy. Like if you're going on a road trip. I remember my brother, before they came out with the Mighty Max, they came out with the Polly Pocket, and he thought it was so cool that he asked Mom to buy him asked Mom to buy him some Polly Pocket. Then eventually, because a lot of boys were getting the Polly Pockets, and like they paid attention to this, and they were like, all right, let's come out with Mighty Max for the guys, and like he would be there playing because now he's got his Mighty Max, he's playing with his friends, and I would just. Hey, dude, here's just a Polly Pocket. I was like, here's some more bases in case you wanted to play. You know, you left these over there, so. Yeah, I was screwing my Polly Pocket and hit the power button. I'm gonna get another beer.
So.
All right. How's everybody doing?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Better than my Polly Pocket. Yeah, I shouldn't treat her so rough. Yeah.
I really want to get into like reviewing Transformers within the next year. Now, if I've got myself a camera, I've got loads of area to go through. I'm just worried about like running out of stuff.
Energon, Chris.
I was saying to what do you call it, Dalton earlier. I was in a hangout with him, and just saying it's like I could start now, but I cannot collect anymore because I could, but I gotta put them straight in a box because there's no more shelf space. So until I sort out all my room and everything, that's going to be at least a year. So I've got basically 250 something videos. Okay, yeah, granted I've got other stuff rather than just Transformers, but 250 something videos to last me for a year. Don't know. Because I'd want to put like to start off with for a while, like 2 videos a week, maybe even just 3. But yeah, I honestly don't know. Because then I'd have to go into the whole lighting thing and you know.
Commit. You know you want to commit. Do it.
Yeah.
Make it become your life.
It will. I'll just live at this computer at some point. I might as well just make a job of it. It'll get stupid. But I don't know.
There'll be no more barbers.
Yeah.
All of men's hair will grow out and not be trimmed.
Well, it was a massive wake-up call when I was doing the videos from Bovington. It was, people don't realize how long that took. Every video was like 6 hours minimum of editing, because that's 7 hours, 7.5 hours in. But I basically had a footage and I put into 10-minute videos, and it's 5 videos. So that is a crap ton of videos I put and edited to make it kind of look sense. Make it sense, if you know what I mean. But yeah, I can't do all that crap for like, I don't know whether you guys edit your videos for like Transformers or whatnot, but
nope.
I couldn't do that. I mean, wow. Yeah.
Yeah, video editing takes a while.
Gonna make this game, aren't we?
What game?
You never know whenever he's gonna say something that
I'm
probably
making
should
sure
be
the
said on the
microphone
air.
mutes this time.
Yeah, 'cause we know what type of mouth you have there, Dalton.
That goes with that.
Real X-rated, real quick.
Dirty mind. Hey, Chris, are there any like '80s cartoons and stuff like that that you guys got over there that we didn't get over here, or vice versa that you can think of, or was it pretty much all everywhere it went?
I'm pretty sure it's everywhere. I mean, off the top of my head, I watched a lot of TV when I was little. So more specifically, like, well, why am I even talking about 80s? I wasn't even born
Yeah,
in the
you were a
80s.
90s kid, aren't you?
I was like, wait, hang on a minute. How old am I?
This is what I was talking about. I was like, he's not even drunk. It's like 1 o'clock in the
You
morning.
can just tell him whatever. So those shows back in the 70s, remember? Oh yeah.
Back in my day, back in the 70s.
Yeah, you're just watching Wallace and Gromit, right?
Dick Van Dyke, I was on that show. I was the guy that always replaced the little footstool that he tripped over. Yeah.
But I think we had pretty much everything. Going from the top of my head, we had like 80s stuff. Ulysses. Ulysses?
What?
What?
Really?
What?
None of you know Ulysses.
Ulysses?
What the hell are you talking about?
Sounds like you're trying to say something I don't understand.
Yeah. What are you calling us?
Right.
That was like a Greek thing, like Ulysses or something.
That's
Is
what
that
it sounds like. Yeah, you listen.
Yeah, exactly. Right, hang on.
Oh, but I've never heard of
Amongst
it.
yourselves, I'll educate you now in a minute. Give me a second.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
I don't have to look things up to educate people. I know this stuff.
What's Ulysses, huh?
Just an obscure cartoon.
It'd be easier if I just screen share, bugger it. Right, you remember this?
What the heck? Was this like,
Click on him or stay on him.
Date.
Type of space type of show.
No, I do not know that.
No, I don't think we got this in America, man.
We did
this
not.
looks
Right.
It looks like an anime. It's an anime, isn't it? Looks like an 80s anime.
Ulysses 31.
Oh, you better not play it on here.
Oh god, he's gonna play it.
Yeah, you can't play it on here.
How come?
They'll take the video down. Chris.
Great. Thanks.
Really?
Yeah. No, I just got flagged. I blame you.
They're not that sensitive.
You can't. Yeah, you can't show someone else's video on your video.
Yeah, but he hasn't got to like monetize or anything.
No. I will now. So, no one's going to. Got to recoup for Bacon.
Yeah, that's that. It was a really cool cartoon. It went on for years and years. Don't know why it ended. Loads of good cartoons. It was back in like 80s or ended like randomly. You had like I'm guessing obviously you guys had, Power Guy. It's 4 in the morning. My brain isn't really working that much.
I saw it said something about Greek. What was it about? Space Greek?
Oh, Masters of the Universe. I know they. I heard of something like that. But yeah, they redid that like a couple of years ago and just randomly ended that for no apparent reason, even though it was doing really well. But there you go. But yeah.
Oh, you're talking about the 2002?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
I started watching that one and I was like, I'm really digging this. Actually, in all honesty, the cartoon for 2002 was better than the original.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Because the original, it was those. You really never had to watch like them all in sequence. You could just like watch one and then you watch another one. It doesn't matter if it was 5 episodes later or 10 or go back and forth. You could just most of the time you could watch whatever, and it was just here's the beginning, here's the end, and then your story's closed.
Yep, that's Filmation for you.
Makes no sense though, because their views and ratings were constantly climbing and climbing. But the only reason why they stopped it is like, people won't have. They're not really following the stories. They're just watching it for the sake of it. It's like, why do you care? You're still getting views and ratings and good money for it. Just carry
How
on
can you
with
tell
it.
that from that? Because I don't remember taking that quiz while I'm watching a TV channel. So are you just
Yeah.
watching this to support the show, or do you actually follow it and like it? I know it's on Netflix, and I've been watching it there. I haven't finished it yet.
Yeah, I started watching it on Netflix too, but never finished it. Forgot about it, actually.
So, poor Thundercats, man.
I know.
I love that cartoon. I thought it was fantastic. The writing, the animation, the
Hmm.
voice
What I
acting.
could see of the cartoon, so
What's up?
I said I loved of one of the new Thundercats cartoon I got to see.
The
Yeah,
new
that's
one
the one
wasn't too
that's
bad.
the one we're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's too bad they canceled it.
Yeah, Cartoon Network suck.
And they left
Right.
on a cliffhanger too. You're like, oh, next season.
Yeah, I know. It was getting really good, and I'm like, yeah, you guys canceled it. Like, why do you have to do that? Like, oh, God.
Well, because they came out with that first wave of toys,
Mhm.
and they were just so crappy in quality.
No, really, eh? I
Yeah.
never looked at the toys at all. I was just more interested in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, they came out at first. They came out with the wrong size scale, or the
Really.
size scale that nobody wanted. What was it? The 3
3 3/4 inch.
3 3/4
Yeah.
inch figures they did.
So they came out with those first, even though they wanted the 6-inch ones to be the ones that people buy, and they
Mhm.
knew those were going to be the sellers. Well, they came out with the 3 3/4 inch ones, and nobody wanted those. They wanted the 6-inch ones that we've seen pictures and stuff like that, you know.
Mhm.
And the 3 and 3, I'm just going to call it 4 inches, so I don't have to keep on saying that. But the 4-inch ones, they had like bad paint applications. Their articulation obviously, but they were just crappy figures. So it put a bad taste in people's mouth. Where now that the 6-inch came along, they were like, you know what? I'm just watching the cartoon. I don't even care about the toy line. The toys, they're crappy, and y'all not making what I wanted was the 6-inch. So a lot of people, they just kind of gave up on it and never looked at them again.
Yeah.
And that's why the toy line did bad.
Their classic Thundercats too suck because they came out with an 8-inch line, then they redeveloped it into a 6-inch line, and then they quit.
You know what's funny? I have the classics Lino and Tigra.
Yeah.
And they're actually still sealed in box, hanging on a wall behind one of these bookcases. I just didn't bother taking them down.
Don't even take them down. Just put the bookcase in front of it. Okay, there we go.
Fuck Wally, God.
What now? Nice.
Oh man.
That cannot be repeated.
Is this what the after show is all about? Is this?
Pretty
Yeah.
much.
Essentially.
Basically.
Yep. We have a good old time.
Oh yeah. So it's good to have a few laughs.
Still wish they would have done a Silverhawks line.
Oh yeah.
Bring back
Ooh, that is good.
that
That
one.
was a great show. I love that show.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Toys were, they don't really hold the test of time. But oh man, if they could redo that into a 6-inch line, oh god, that'd be cool.
Well, you know, there's I don't know if you call them third-party companies, but there's we'll just say third-party company doing Skeleton Warriors.
Oh wow.
You know, they actually have a Kickstarter as well. So they're coming out with those. Forget who it was. Another company they came out with. Who is? God, I can't think of. Power Lords. Recently.
Oh yeah, I saw that. Yeah.
But they're a little small. They're small figures. I thought they were going to be like 6-inch figures at least.
Mhm.
Because I was ready to buy them, and then I saw how small they were, and I was like, the detail's nice for such a small figure, but I'd rather you charge me more and I get a 6-inch figure, because that's kind of the way I want now. Whenever we're talking figures, I don't want a bunch of little
I think that's the
3
norm.
and 3/4 figures.
The norm, I think, is 6-inch figs now. I think people are done with the 3 3/4 inch.
Mhm.
Yeah, I don't know why they even bother.
Well, the whole reason why that was popular is because you had Star Wars, and then G.I. Joe did that because they came with vehicles.
Yeah.
And you put them in the vehicle. I mean, even whenever they did that, sometimes you end up getting USS Flag, which is even as an adult you can lay down on that thing. I mean, it's longer than your bed.
8 feet long. Pure goody.
My parents didn't buy one for me, and I don't think I had any friends that had one. But can you just imagine if you're a kid and check out what I got for Christmas, and it was a USS Flag.
Yeah, just think of it by the Christmas tree wrapped up. You're thinking it's like a bike or something. It's the same almost size box unassembled. Oh, I got a bike. Crap. You even shake it, it rattles. I'm like, oh shit. But then you're like, oh my god, it's the USS Flag.
You're the most popular kid in school as of that minute.
Yeah.
From then on, for the rest of your life.
Man, that was like a holy grail of the 80s.
Yeah. That's
even if you didn't really like G.I. Joe.
Yeah. Because you have to have the room for it. I mean, jeez Louise, where are you going to put that? You can't just leave it in the living room. Oh, it's a new coffee table. There you go.
I mean, how do you even explain it to people? I mean, it's longer. Take a look at your couch. It's longer than your couch. It's bigger than your couch.
Mhm.
So I mean, it was huge, and it was a huge play set. I had the Terradrome, and I had the G.I. Joe base, and as far as G.I. Joes go, they had other play sets as well, but those were cool. I thought those were big until I saw that. You also had what was the shuttle?
Defiant.
Defiant?
Defiant shuttle base thing.
That thing was big too. Because whenever you saw that kid on the box, he's like taking the shuttle off, and the shuttle's like as big as his body.
Mhm.
So.
I wonder if that thing passes the drop test. It's just like was it Fortress Maximus, right? They wouldn't release it because it wouldn't pass the drop test.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things like that, yeah. I think it's huge.
You might remember that old G.I. Joe vehicle called the General.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
A buddy of mine had it. I had one of the jets. I had the hovercraft. My brother had one the Cobra jets with the blue A-10 Warthogs. And one of the.
Yeah, just think about it. Back in the day in the 80s, you have Star Wars vehicles and just G.I. Joe vehicles. Just think if you had all those vehicles, how much space they take up and all that type of crap just to have. I'm like, damn.
Your whole house would have to have the little hanging things from the ceiling for all your flying vehicles. And it doesn't matter if you had a 5-bedroom house, it's not going to be enough.
Yeah, the Millennium Falcon was huge back then. The X-Wing. The Ewok playset, that thing was big.
Yeah.
You have all the G.I. Joe stuff, and it's just like, man, it's just a lot of crap. I'm surprised, parents were buying all this stuff just because it took up so much damn room. Because I see my kid's room now, and I'm like, oh my god, if we had all those playsets, he would not have a place to sleep if he had all that crap.
Well, some of the playsets were really good quality, and some of them, like the Masters of the Universe, where Castle Grayskull, you could put figures in there, and then you could buckle it up. Same thing with Snake Mountain, and you could carry it with you.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of as a carrying case, where if you want to go to a friend's house, maybe you had like whatever 10 figures in there, and you also had your Castle Grayskull, which was really cool. Then you had Black Star, which their base or crystal base or whatever, it like that thing. As you take it out of the box, if it's mint seal box, it will just shatter. It's made very, very cheap. Plastic. I mean, it's almost like kind of like very thin fiberglass almost.
Mm-hmm.
So even whenever you're pegging in the stuff that's supposed to go in the little holes, that it'll just shatter and spiderweb and break.
Wow.
Yeah. It's like Cat Slayer with the electronics. The thing didn't hold the test of time.
Mm-hmm.
Such a great thing, but sucks. Or the Lion's Den of Voltron.
Yeah.
But, yep. Oh, those were the good old days.
Oh, poor Dalton.
You just never were exposed to anything good.
If I was a kid in Japan, I would have had Beast Wars playsets.
Yeah.
But now I'm an adult in America and I have Beast Wars playsets.
Those playsets are expensive.
Aren't they, though?
Yeah.
Have fun buying that diver with the Niagara Falls base.
Yeah. Isn't there a volcano set?
Oh yeah, have fun getting that one too. Then there's another set that's that is like ridiculously hard to find. It's like it's got the Triple Deckus members. They're like little not pretenders.
Oh yeah.
Like decoy looking sort of dudes.
Mm-hmm.
It's got Magnaboss, doesn't it?
Hey,
yeah.
Don't
It's a
be
shit.
dissing the pretenders, okay?
Man, that would have been cool if they would have put that in the Transformers 4 movie. Just one pretender just puts his arms together, pretender, and just comes out of his shell or something.
Like
That's what we were supposed to get in Revenge of the Fallen with that girl.
Yeah.
someone told me
Yeah.
that's supposed to be a pretender. I was like, that's not the same. Only Michael Bay would think that's a pretender.
Yeah.
That's
You know,
what
I'd be like, that's passable because it's supposed to look human, but it's actually a robot inside. No,
she's
it's
a
not
robot
like
pretending to
that.
be a human, guys. Get it? It's a pretender.
Yeah, so it's not
Yeah.
right.
All right. Anything else we want to talk about, or should we just kind of end it there and we can talk afterwards? And we can let loose.
Ooh. We weren't already? All right.
I'm sorry, we're not going to be doing no chat. So, unless you guys got something else you guys want to talk about, or anything? No? Going once? Twice?
Huh?
You to Dalton? All right, so we'll end it there because we've been going on for at least an hour and a half, which is standard for us. So, thanks for all the live viewers. Really do appreciate it. Again, we're here every Saturday, 9 p.m. Central Standard Time. Again, if you want to, be on the show, just, private message me through YouTube. If you follow me on Twitter, direct message me there. I know I had some other people that wanted in on here, but we got our max, so we got full. So, but you want to out yourselves, starting with Charles.
Freaking golden boy. I wasn't even here from the beginning, and I knew he was the first.
He was.
There's Autocon 65.
All right. Chris?
You can find me by Prime Games on Facebook and good old YouTube.
Dakota.
No, you can find me everywhere at PrimalSabbath.
Dalton.
I'm Dalton. You can find me on YouTube at DaltoniansTFs and on Twitter at DaltoniansTFs95.
And Eddie.
Hey, what's up? Dust Mites. You can find me on Instagram. Decepticon Click in the House. If you want to hear some more music, it's SoundCloud. Dust Mites, Dathan Haskell, Cold Slither.
Go. Jay.
Find me on Twitter at NemesisJazz13.
Josh.
You can find me, G1Xtron, on Twitter, YouTube, and Instagram, and Facebook, the G1Xtron.
And sorry.
Slow reactions.
Everyone's getting muted.
All right. You're up next, Kari.
Alright, this is Karido. You can find me on Facebook at Karido, Kyuudo, fan subs. And you can like us on Facebook there. And also on Blogspot, Karido.
This is going ballistic.
Blogspot.com. Up to you
Right on.
guys.
And
Cheers.
Punk.
Punk Wiley, same name, YouTube.
I'm Jay Victory Saber 77. You can find me YouTube, Twitter, and everywhere else, I guess. So, thanks again for watching. You guys have a great weekend, and we will see you next week. Don't forget, our topic show is on Dakota's channel at Tuesday, 6:30, 7, somewhere around
We'll go
there.
with 7.
We'll go with 7.
Yeah.
So 7 p.m. Central Standard Time. So check us out over there, and that's about it. So, all right, we're all done muting each other. Oh, no, they're all muted. All right, cool. See you guys later.